Welcome back to another TK Breezy video. This time we got some, well, interesting news, really. Got 3 pieces of news. I actually just found this last piece of news, like, out of nowhere. The first thing we're going to talk about, well, I'll just tell you what we're all talking about so that way you can get through whatever part of the video you want to get to. First thing is Nickmercs. Second thing is HBox. Third thing is Kick. So, first thing we're going to talk about is Nickmercs. You know, he was going to wait all the way until Pride Month to say some anti-LGBT cute shit. So we got Call of Duty removes FaZe clan member Nickmercs, which again, FaZe is just they can't not stay in the news from the game after his anti-LGBTQ comments during Pride Month. So you got all this going on. Here we go. Hold on. This happened 4 blocks from my Overwatch League apartment. Americans are in a sad place right now. Let people love who they love and live your own life. Anti-LGBT protester attacked pro-LGBT demonstrator outside of Glendale. And then Nickmercs says they should leave little children alone. That's the real issue. Now, I'm not sure where this rhetoric came around, where like the biggest predators to children are the LGBTQ community, but like factually and like mathematically, that is incorrect, and we all know this, right? But for some reason, the right wing side of things, or right wing lean people have got in their minds that like the worst thing that can ever happen to a child is being gay or being associated with someone who's gay. You know, and this is like, and I hate to be that guy, but like, this is not bringing up any of the like the actual abuse that you hear about from churches and like higher ups in the air and priests and all that other good stuff. Just actual abuse in homes that you hear from like the good old red-blooded American and shit like that. But no, the issue to most of these people are gay people. And like I think it's just fucking insane that that's actually like the rhetoric that is being thrown around. But all right, this is a recorded update because I found a new video. I didn't know that Nickmercs actually responded. So yeah, there's gonna be no chat for this one, obviously, and I'm in a new shirt. But yeah, I did this the next day. So let's see what he had to say, though. Let's see what he had to say. Maybe this will change my original opinion.
I didn't like what I was seeing, man. Okay, I saw parents brawling in front of a fucking school with kids. I just didn't fucking like it. I mean, full transparency. You know, how do I put this? I gotta be very, very careful here. I don't want to piss anybody off. I'm making a lot of people mad. Wasn't my intention. I mean, listen, my wife and I just had a baby. Brand new father. You know, we seen these kinds of videos. It's sad, you know. But her and I agree that we want to be the ones to talk to our kid about things like that. I'm trying to keep it really simple. So, you know, the video bothered me, right? And that's I just don't think it's any place for a teacher or a school. I don't think it's the place to speak about things like that. And it's not that I think that it shouldn't be spoken about. If that's what you got from that tweet, then you're just wrong. I don't have any quarrel with anybody in here. I don't have any quarrel with people on the internet. It wasn't an anti, I guess, gay tweet. That wasn't what it was. Now listen, if you have issues with me or if you have issues with that tweet, then hey, listen, I'm down to agree to disagree. That's fine. We can agree to disagree. But if you think that I hate you because you're a certain way, you just couldn't be any more wrong. That's not the truth. I do not feel that way. I just simply feel that I want to be the one and my wife wants to be the one to speak with our child about stuff like that. And that was the tweet. That was the tweet. So if you came here to hear that, I hope you feel a little better about it. I didn't mean to upset anybody. I know that I did. I'm not apologizing about the tweet because I don't feel like it's wrong. I'm going to stand by what I said. I'm not going to delete the tweet. You know, I just want to make sure everybody understands exactly the point I was trying to make. Like I'm saying, man, I look down at that little homie in the other room in there, bro. It's my whole world now.
Yeah, okay. So, from one standpoint, I definitely can agree that like you know, if his real meaning was like, oh, I just want to be the one to break it to said child, then yeah. But I also think that like this comment is kind of where I think is where I think I would agree with the most, is that pride and acceptance should be there for kids at any age, but sexuality doesn't need to be talked about in schools until sex ed. Which, all right, cool. Like if that's the angle that we want to go, then sick. But I will say that like it may not be Nickmercs' intention, but I know that people are going to be championing him as if he said what the outrage was, basically, you know, that, oh, like, you know, it's the gays going after the kids, right? And like, whilst he may not say that, it is definitely an easy jump for people to make, because of the fact that normally when something is said like that, that is what it is. Nick's saying he's not saying that. Nick's saying like, I have no issue with those people. I would like to talk to my kid before like the schools do. Now I don't think that I don't agree that like pride has no place in school. I think, as I said, like I feel like growing up and, you know, knowing gay people who had to be super closeted or like was always bullied for being gay and things like that, that shit sucks. And I feel like, you know, not being able to live your true life is ass in any capacity, you know, like, and so like I feel like if at a younger age you realize that you may be into the same sex, or you're just not, you know, you're not hetero, then you shouldn't have to one hide it and two feel ashamed about it. And I think that's kind of where pride comes in. Now I think from my standpoint and from my perspective, I definitely just like the idea that we are teaching acceptance earlier than just, you know, or than like hoping that they find it later. Because again, like a lot of these situations could be avoided had people have been taught about like these things way earlier in life. Like, you know, it is okay to be gay, it is okay to be straight, it is okay to be whatever you want to be, as long as you're not hurting anybody, and within reason, obviously. But like my thing is always, it's okay, be who you want to be as long as you're not hurting anyone. So as far as Nickmercs though, he's saying that he wants to talk to his kids about it before I guess the schools do, but a lot of bigots are going to take that same rhetoric, as I said, and run with it and be like, see, that's my guy, he's the man of the people, you know, tell the gays to leave the kids alone. And just no, that's not anyway. Yeah, that's the update. Whilst I don't fully agree with Nickmercs and that like there is no place for pride in school, I definitely think there's place in pride in school. I can definitely understand his stance of being like, I'm a father and I would like to talk to my child about this first. So yeah, with that being said, enjoy the rest of the video. So that actually goes into our next story. That's going to be about HBox and a certain situation that happened with H, and it was Safe State saying HBox is so cool and a great community figure for letting Zion enter his tournaments and giving him stream time and publicity, making people think he's cool because he plays well. This community needs more transphobic and xenophobic pieces of shit around, right? And then HBox quote tweets this. He says, it's funny, Zion has actually been formally unbanned from most events, even LAN, by most TOs after his formal unban in January 2023. He would have been able to go to Collision, tipped off, etc., and chose not to. But because he's chose to enter Coinbox, suddenly I'm vile, disgusting person. Stop for a second and see how little that makes sense. What if I told you that I'm not the one who decides who is banned and who isn't? Am I that easy to blame for free likes and retweets? Why must you relentlessly and vehemently make reactionary posts like this and assume things to make me out to be a complete villain? How would you feel if someone did that to you? This is completely unfair. There's a system in place for bans, and we've been following what other TOs have been doing. I literally woke up less than an hour ago, saw the retweet he did, and have already been discussing with my team and TOs what next steps are regarding his presence and banning community. But when I woke up, I also saw the community dogpiling me. Posts like yours do not also do not solve anything. They shift blame and they're hurtful, and I do not stand for what he's retweeting. And the idea of the unban was to test if someone is reformed. Clearly he failed at that. Patience decisions are being made. I'm not your enemy. So again, another situation where I feel like everyone always wants to like make HBox like this fucking super villain. I just don't really feel like he deserves that. Like, is HBox a saint? Of course not. Can HBox miss the mark and be a little obtuse, a little, you know, like misguided sometimes? For sure, right? But like, I don't think this, like, why are we making HBox the issue here? Like, from the beginning of this right now, like, he's been formally unbanned from most events. So like, I feel like you need to take that up with the TO as well before you get to HBox. But like, it always ends up being like this. So we got Ohio coming through as well, saying Zion is permanently banned from Ohio events. In March 2021, Ohio TOs banned Zion for transphobic acts online that resulted in harm to members of the Melee community. In February of this year, nearly 2 years after his ban, Ohio TOs decided to unban Zion. This was after Zion engaged in conversation with members of our community. His actions had dealt harm to him. We legitimately believed he reformed himself and his behavior. Unfortunately, this did not turn out to be true, as Zion, exhibited by Zion's behavior online on June 8th. After broadcasting blatantly harmful content online, Zion characterized it as just trolling. While we believe in the individual capacity for reform, we now understand that Zion is not interested in such growth and is now banned in Ohio permanently with no chance for appeal. So, are people handling the situation? Yes, they are. But like, I feel like this is just kind of becoming a thing in the Smash community where everyone wants to try to get their dunk. When like, if you, I think if Save State really wanted to like make a stance here, this is something that she could have just DM to anybody, to Last, to HBox, to, you know, instead of trying to like make this smear campaign and then turning around, right? Because, you know, HBox does go through with the ban later, but then turning around and being like, oh my god, like he quote tweeted me like I'm getting bullied. But like, you started that, right? You mentioned HBox, you know what I mean? Like, you know that's gonna get back to him. So like, I feel like I really hate that type of rhetoric where like I started something, I said something that was blatantly unsafe or blatantly wild, I guess. Definitely not true. It's not like HBox is like, oh, Zion, that's a good player, I need to have him in my tournaments. Zion entered a free to open, or free to enter coin box because Zion was unbanned. Zion then exhibited behaviors that he has not changed, and then they banned him again. Out of all this, the public enemy is not Zion or whoever unbanned Zion. It's HBox, and it should not be HBox. And so, you know, we have, as such, effective immediately, Zion will be permanently banned from all coin box. Safe State says, my job is done only at the expense of severe emotional distress due to an endless stream of targeted harassment. Again, if I know for a fact that if this tweet took off and like they end up ratioing HBox, this would not have been a tweet that was said after that. So, you know what I mean? Again, that's one of those situations where, you know, you talk, you say shit, and then when shit gets said back to you, you want to turn and be like, oh man, they're bullying me. Don't do that. Don't do that. But like, no, this is an attack on HBox's character. HBox is so cool and a great community member. This is implying that HBox just let him in because he thinks he's a cool player, regardless of like his transphobic comments. And like, that is not true. Do I think HBox needs to quote tweet everybody that ever comes at him? No. But like, you talked about him, right? If you talk about me in a negative way, in some way that I don't feel, I'm probably going to quote tweet you too, you know? So yeah. Here we go. So on January 25th, we had Trainwrecks actually tweet, working toward financial security for all streamers of all sizes. And in this, he says, the life of a Twitch streamer is working an impossible number of hours trying to find success for all, but the largest creators, these hours go unrewarded. So basically, currently, he's announcing the first steps to helping creators of all sizes, the Kick.com creator program. Every creator, no matter your size, whether you have one viewer or 100,000, will get paid for the hours they stream. So now, instead of just like getting money based off of subs, you can get paid an hourly rate for your stream, right? This is what Kick is trying to do. Now, obviously, a lot of people are asking, where the fuck is this money coming from? Because I think we've all been wondering that. But yeah, that's what Kick is trying to do right now. So it says the creator program is a new program that's never been done by a streaming platform before. It will exist in addition to the ad program that's competitive with Twitch and YouTube. It will exist in addition to subscriber button. That means as a creator on Kick, you will get paid for ads when they're available. You'll get 95% of your subscriber revenue and 100% of on-site non-third-party donations, and you'll get the creator program. The program is simple. You'll get paid for each hour you stream. A formula will pay each streamer out based on the number of hours you stream, a flat rate based on Kick's advertising CPM, the average viewers you have, and viewer demographic and engagement. We'll have more details regarding the program in the future. Payout options are your choice and can happen in two ways. You get paid via our processor, payment processor Stripe on a set day or month. You get paid the same day after your stream in Bitcoin and Ethereum. No. 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 Hold on, bro. No. Anyway, Kick.com wants to make the creator program available to everyone, but we need to sort through potentially exploiters, viewer-bot viewers, and fake accounts. For this reason, initial program will have manual approval process. Everyone who has a verifiable brand and is operating their stream legally above board is eligible for the creator program, regardless of viewership. So their vision is, once again, to beat Twitch's ass. And this time they're trying to do it in the way where they're like, all right, bro, we're paying even more, like, to the creators. Even if you don't have high sub numbers, you can still make some money. Basically, that's what they're saying. So you get ad revenue, you get 95% of your sub, and then you get an hourly rate, basically, of streaming based off of what you're streaming. Now, I don't know how good that hourly rate is. You may not get that much, but it's still nice to be paid for your hours, right? I mean, is Kick making some good moves to really give Twitch a run for their money? For sure. But you won't catch me trying to, like, cash out no crypto. So they still kind of got me lost on that, unfortunately. Like, if there was, like, an option to get paid, you know, to my PayPal immediately, hey. But there's not. So, but I am very interested in seeing the space of these new stream platforms coming up right now. You got Kick coming up, you got Rumble coming up. There's this other thing called Cozy TV, which I think that was mostly for, like, alt-right streamers and whatnot. We had one other, like, competitor way back, and that was Mixer. And for a bit, I thought Mixer, you know, was doing all right. And then out of nowhere, Mixer just shut down like that. Just one day they woke up and said, we're not doing that shit anymore. So I think most people are skeptical about, like, trying to swap platforms in the first place. But, like, Twitch has been making some pretty shiesty moves here. So I think it's making it a little easier for people to want to swap over. And the Flowy, as you said, I'm kind of in the same boat. As long as Aiden is over there, I don't see a lot of people switching. Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't want to be on a platform where that guy is like kind of the head of. Yeah, it's kind of lawless over there right now. But, like, with all the shit that Aiden be saying, nope. Can't be on part of that. So as I said, man, I might start test driving some streams here on to YouTube. For the time being, I'm probably going to be test driving some streams on YouTube to see what happens. Maybe on the weekends, we'll just kind of, like, load it up and see what happens. But until then, yeah, man, you'll catch me on Twitch, twitch.tv/TKBreezy. I'm gonna be here pretty much every day that I'm home to stream and hang out. So Aiden and Ice Poseidon? Oh, L. Oh no, that's a big boo moment right there on that one. So anyway, yeah, man, if you have any comments on anything you've heard in this video, then definitely leave them down below. You know, I definitely be reading the comments, and I will respond and talk to y'all most of the time. I'm trying to get a little better at that because I feel like, you know, that type of engagement is nice. That's gonna be it for this video. We'll have more news in the near future because there's always news in the esports realm. And if you have not already come over to the stream at twitch.tv/TKBreezy, make sure you do that and do all these other cool things too. I should have thrown this in earlier. Do all these other cool things, man. You can subscribe, you can retweet my going live tweets, you can be here and active in the chat and all that other good stuff. So, with that being said, I will catch you guys on the next video. Peace. How many subs to review your first commentary block would be great content? I don't remember what my first commentary block was. It's been quite some time.